Cannon can.
Carl Cannon, Chevy Buick GMC Cadillac in Jasper.
Hey, I'm Captain Ricky, and this is the Sports Minute from Old 64 Barbershop in Summerton, Alabama. Getting my hair cut by my good friend Eric Nix over here. It's been a while since I've had my hair cut. I've been snowed in the house, so I figured I'd come out and get that done and at least give you guys some sports news. In area sports this week, Johnny Wright from Dora High School is retiring from being their head football coach after his second stint at the school, no pun intended. Also, area high school softball and baseball season started this past week despite the snowstorms. They all went out in their booties and their toboggans and got a little ball going. The Open Lady Wildcats won the Green Top Classic over at Dora High School. And that was the Sports Minute with Captain Ricky here at Old 64 Barbershop. And now back to Randy in the studio, who is with Chris Frost and Kenny Hogan, and they're doing jumping jacks. That's a pretty nice haircut, isn't it?
Thanks, Ricky. Welcome back to the Corridor X News Report. This is the sports segment of our show, and today in the studio, I'm joined by Kenny Hogan and Chris Frost. Now, Kenny is the owner of the Thunderdome Sports and Entertainment Complex in Jasper, and welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Kenny, let's start with you. How did you get involved? I understand you've been involved in racing for many years. Tell us a little bit about that.
I raced back at the old track back in 1991, won the figure 8 track championship there and a hog track championship. And this guy here slowly got me back involved in racing again, so now it's full time, and it's all his fault.
And I understand that the season opening was supposed to take place last week. The weather got you, so it'll start this week. It will basically be your opening day, but I understand you're going to reschedule the opening.
We will reschedule the event. We had Sunday. It'll be more toward the end of April. This weekend's races, we've got 50-lap open wheel race this weekend. We've got a 50-lap pony race this weekend, a 50-lap buzz, plus street stocks, renegades, and road warrior class this week.
And tell us a little bit about some of those races. Like, I know you talk about the different races, but explain to some people who maybe aren't as involved in racing, or maybe have only been a time or two. I've been a few times, but I still get a little confused by what each division is. Can you tell us a little bit about the buzz cars and the open wheel, all that kind of stuff?
I sure can. Buzz class is just like a stock front-wheel drive car. Something a little teenager may run around in. Then we've got open wheels, which are really fast, high horsepower cars, fastest thing on the track. Street stock cars at our track are really, really fast also. Pony cars are, I think they're even faster than the street stocks. We've got road warrior class is basically knock the windows out and race. We've got SUVs, minivans. There's no telling what may show up and race when they start. And then we've got renegade class, which is kind of between a stock car and a street stock car. And then also we're going to have our Honda of Jasper Power Wheels debut this week. The kids will be running 8 and under, and they'll be competing for a track championship and trophies and some cash each week also.
Now, the kids, is that something you do like periodically, or is that just a one-time thing?
We're going to let them run once a month and keep up with the points and have track champions for them too, because we did it once last year and had such a great turnout that we're going to keep doing that.
And I understand also you do a figure 8 race, and I know that's something that Chris does as well.
We haven't had them yet. We are trying to concrete the 8 so that we can start those again. I was a figure 8 track champion back in the day. Now,
will you race figure 8 when you get that going?
Yes, if I got a
Chris,
car.
You'll race against him.
I'm going to race against him.
So, Chris, how long have you been racing? How did you get involved in it and all of it?
I've been racing about the last 17, 18 years. I actually started racing at Jasper. Did some practice runs and everything, then raced other places. Just kind of got involved in it, and then by fate, happened to see Kenny and get him to help me with a car one time and to do some things in motorsports, and got him back hooked into it. And then the opportunity came for him to purchase the Jasper facility, and I kind of pushed him over in there and go, hey, Kenny, you need to buy that. And he went for it and did it, and so I helped him out. I was the flagman there opening day, and then done some racing, and then tried to, just transition from the flagman to just racer. So now I'm just a racer.
And I understand that, I know you have more than one car that you race. Is that something typical that you see of a lot of the racers? Or?
Well, one of the things at Thunderdome that makes Thunderdome unique is they have a Mad Max champion, which is a track champion that is overall points for every class. So it encourages drivers to race more classes. And the more classes you run, the more points you get, and the overall amount of points you get gets a pretty hefty payout at the end of the year for a Mad Max. And so I have buzz cars, pony stock cars, road warrior cars. I have ran a street stock car before, just trying to accumulate points going for the Mad Max champion.
And so how many racers do you usually have on, say, any given Sunday?
This last Sunday, the weather was bad. We didn't have but about 30 guys there. This weekend, we're probably expecting more like 45. But there will be some that'll run more than one division to try to get that Mad Max. They want to start getting their points up for that. And that will pay $2,000 at the end of the year this year. Nobody pays that kind of money for a track championship on a small, short track like that.
And I know we talked about it being a small track. How many laps do you typically run in a big race?
Our standard feature races are usually about 15 laps apiece. Our bigger races are 50 laps. And then we also last year had 100-lap race for the buzz cars, which they will be doing that again this year in October. We'll bring that back. We had a really great turnout. We started 22 cars in that race, and I think we only had one major bad crash in the whole race. So it was a real good deal.
And I know, like during the year, do you have some big events that take place, like that are maybe just a big race event rather than just your typical racing?
We do. Like this weekend with 350 lappers scheduled in the same day. I don't think we've ever had that, have we?
Not that I know of.
And our third week of July every year is a big demolition derby. That's always a good turnout because we pay a lot of money. Nobody pays as much money as we do for a demolition derby win.
When is the demolition? When are you hoping to have that?
It'll be the third week of July on a Sunday. It'll always be a Sunday event because we do it in the infield in the daytime.
And I know we were talking before we started here tonight. The racetrack, it's also called an event complex. So talk about what you envision for the track.
We would love to do some stuff like bike rallies and rodeos, outdoor concerts. It's just getting those facilities ready and getting everything, fixed up good enough to have different events. But yeah, I'd love to do a lot of different things out there. We don't want to just be a racetrack, or I would have named it Speedway or Raceway or something.
And it's got to cost a lot of money just to upkeep this.
It does. The grass cutting in the summer, oh my God, it's tough.
And so how many people do you have involved in working to keep this track going? And
about 70% of our people are all volunteers that don't get paid anything. Everybody just wants racing to keep going and help me out, and let's pay just about everything back to the drivers just to get these guys out there because we want to just keep it going. We love racing. We all do.
Yeah, and now the drivers, they pay a fee to enter the race, right?
Only on 50-lap events or bigger.
The big events.
Yes, but a standard regular show, there's no entry fee. It's just $20 to get in, and they can race, and they could win up to $350 that day if they won both their feature events.
And so, Chris, will you be racing this weekend?
Yes, I should be. If we get the car, we had some mechanical issues in the last race. If we get the car repaired, we should be.
Like that. And so, with the big race coming up this weekend, tell everybody about admission and that kind of thing.
Our grandstand admission this week is $10 for adults. Ages 6 to 12 is $5 in the grandstands, and everybody in the pits is $20. Even the small kids, 6, 7 years old, we still charge them $20. But now, if they're a smaller infant, we don't charge them to get in. We don't even charge them in the pits. Because, you got an infant, you should charge that kid $20 or $30 to get in the pits. I don't feel there.
And I notice, I've seen some pictures and stuff like on Facebook. It looks like you guys always have a good crowd.
It's just weather
Is it the
again.
weather?
It's the weather. If it's really, really hot, we'll be down on people. If it's rain issues that day, it can be bad. We had probably 650 people there Sunday. We were expecting 1,000, but the weather just didn't let us have them.
Yeah.
But we may do that this weekend, so you better get there early. Because parking will be tight.
And so what time does the race start this Sunday?
We start this weekend at 2. Probably by 1 o'clock, parking spaces will be hard to find. So come on out early. And we got Dan at Door Cafe is doing our concession stand this year. Great guy, great food. Got tons of, this is our 78 wholesale auto weekend. So if you guys need a used car, you can go see those guys. They've got usually always something good to drive there.
And I think one of your sponsors is also one of our sponsors.
Carl Cannon Chevrolet sure is. They always help us out with the program ad every year. Some good guys up there. Terry Fowler.
Little plug there for him. Well, all right. It sounds like a lot of fun. We look forward to coming out there. We're going to get out there some this year too and cover some of the races and check it out. It sounds like a lot of fun. So that is the Thunderdome Sports and Entertainment Complex this Sunday, 2 o'clock. Be there. And we'll be back with more of the Corridor X News Report.
My name is Alan Bond. I'm a major accounting